Well, we're gonna have a pretend it's summer video here today. American Game Fowl, he was kind of interested in how we make sauerkraut around here. So we're gonna pretend it's July, August, and there's some nice big heads of cabbage out there ready to be plucked. It's 42 degrees out, so we're a long ways from that. That ground's harder than a brick yet, so it's gonna be a while, but let's just make believe today. How's that sound? Okay, so let's pretend we're making sauerkraut. You have to excuse me, I gotta read this off of this. I can't remember this stuff that well. Need 5 pounds of cabbage, 3½ tablespoons of canning salt. First thing you're gonna do is, when you're canning anything, is get your jars, your lids, and your rings clean, ready to go. Do that ahead of time so that your jars cool down to room temperature. You don't want to do it when the jars are hot. So, you shred your cabbage however you want to do it. Mandolin, knife, food processor. Put them in a big enough container, and you sprinkle the 3½ tablespoons of canning salt over top your cabbage, mix it well, and then you firmly pack it into your jars that you already have clean. You leave a 2-inch headspace. Fill them with cold water. With the water you leave a 1/2-inch headspace. Put your lids on. Put your rings on there. Screw them down tight. Wife, she uses these cheap aluminum, I don't know, Goodwill roasting pans, probably a nickel a piece. Just put it in there. Put your pints, quarts, whatever you're doing. She usually does pints. Put them in there. Cover them with a cheesecloth. Put them in the basement or someplace cool and dark. And just leave them sit. Now you're going to want to check on them every once in a while because that stuff's going to bubble and boil, and that's the reason for putting them in a pan, is because you're going to, as that ferments, you're going to lose some juice probably. Even though you got the lid screwed on tight, they're still going to bubble. So what you want to do when you check them is make sure that the cabbage is always covered with the brine. If some of them get a little low, you dissolve 1½ tablespoons of your canning salt in 1 quart of water. Remove the lids and make sure your liquid is at the right height in there. And then that's all you do. You just leave them sit for 6 to 8 weeks. After 6 or 8 weeks, get them out. Take your rings, lids off, clean your jar lids just like you would any other canning operation. If the lids look a little damaged, get rid of them. Put a new one on. Screw your rings back down tight. Set in a water bath canner filled with cold water that's going to cover your pints or your quarts 2 inches above the jars, and then slowly bring it to a boil and process pints or quarts for 30 minutes. That's all there is to it. You don't need no big crocks or anything. And I'll guarantee you this is some of the best kraut I've ever ate. This is one from '08. There's one from last year. You can't tell the difference. You open them up, can't tell the taste difference or anything. But that's way easier than the big plastic tubs and the crocks and burying it and everything. And I'll guarantee you, you'll never know the difference in taste. Well, that's it. I don't know, I got a cold one going here. Maybe I'll just go grab me a fork and pop one of these open and sit there and eat it till I get a belly full. Alright? Have a good one.